Hey, that's Buster. I'm me. Buster and me. We are in Montego Bay at the Sangster International Airport, sitting here at the Sandals General Aviation spot. Kind of parked in here, wedged in here between a couple cones. We'll kind of make our way over here, do our run up here. Yeah, so 6 Alpha Mike is going to Grand Cayman today. Yep, Owen Roberts International. So got our IFR flight plan already filed with Vatsim. Got to get that rolling here pretty soon. Get our clearance. We'll get stuff rolling into the air. What do you think, Buster? Okay, we have who are we? We have Kingston Radar. So Kingston Radar is up and running. So we will get our clearances. Sounds good. All right. You guys hearing that? That's not our plane. That's certainly not our plane. And it looks like we're the only people on the airfield. Oh. Someone's exercising their jet. Okay. Let's go ahead and get back into the cockpit. Man, that's loud. Okay. Anyway, enough with them. Let's go ahead and get the show in the air. How about that, Buster? Yep, I know. All right, here we go. Seats adjusted and locked, belts fastened. How we looking, Buster? Always gotta make sure that you're. Yep, Buster's fastened in. Brakes are set. They are set indeed. Circuit breakers. How they looking, Buster? Thank you, sir. Avionics are off. Cow flaps are now open. Let's get the fuel selectors on. Fuel selectors on. Carb heat off. Battery on. We have 3 green, so we are getting our alternators on. Let's go ahead and fire up our engines. Let's get our shields open. Before that, let's get our lights going. Fin strobe is down for taxi. Beautiful. Left engine. Let's get fire the magnetos up. Let's get mixture rich. Props are high. Let's go ahead and get open a half. Fuel pump is on. We'll do 2 pumps. We are looking around. We are clear. Clear prop. Bang. We are green in oil pressure. We are positive oil temp. We are going to drop it back to 1,000. We have good left engine start. Let's go ahead and get the right engine going. Right mags on. Full right mixture rich. Props full. Open a half. Woo. Fuel pump on. 2 pumps. Uno. Dos. All looks clear to us. We are firing off to the right. Good. We're up and running. We are in the green on oil pressure. We have positive oil temp. We are parallel on our amps. Let's drop down to idle. Let's turn off the fuel pump. We have a good right engine start. Let's go ahead and get on the radios. What is, we will need to be particularly sharp today. 115.7. Dial our back up into 115.7. We have a little DME deal going on here. 045 DME. So we're going to be actually 0.5 DME. No. Actually 1.8 DME, we begin a left turn to 030 to Rostow. That is the Rostow 2 vector departure. were able to fully gas up. We're at 110 gallons. That's me, that's Buster, that's our life raft in the aft right seat. And then station 5, well, that's Buster's food. And we were able to, yep, hands off, but we were able to load up Buster. We loaded you back up to 70 pounds. So, we re-upped and got some Jamaican dog food, which is gonna be awesome for you, Buster. Awesome. Alright. I got about 10 minutes to go before our departure time, so let's go ahead and boogie. Let's see, let me zero in so you guys can see what we're doing. Let's go ahead, push, turn. Yes, Montego Bay. Turn. Owens. Whiskey, Charlie, Romeo. Let's do the procedure. Departure. Rosto 2. Runway 7. Transition is Rosto. Load them. Good. There we go. Rosto. Good. Expect vectors before Rosto. And where would we be going? Yes. Petsy. Frost. Utenko. So let's roll them. Roll them. I expect, gosh, this keeps on going to airways segment. I expect to go to Petsy. Direct to Pepsi. Petsy, not Pepsi. Roll them. Frost. Joys. Okay, here we go. Otico. And then NALRO. And then we're going to leave it at that. Once we get into the air, we'll find everything else. NALRO. Alright, that's our story. We're sticking to it. The eye can see. Good. Not quite. We can go 200, I think. Yeah. 250? No, 200. Let's go 200 on that one. Let's go 15. Let's go 20 on that one. Let's go 10 on this one for Rosto. So remember, we're climbing out our runway, heading to let's go ahead and set our to 1.8 DME. Then we're making a left turn to 030. Identified appropriately. And there we go. V-lock. Wow. Okay. Okay. Kingston radar, Seminole 806 Alpha Mike on the ground at Sangster. Request IFR clearance to Owen Roberts.
November 806 Alpha Mike, Kingston radar, clearance on request, standby.
Okay, we will stand by.
Remember 806 Alpha Mike, Kingston radar, have your clearance advisement, ready to copy.
Ready to copy, 6 Alpha Mike.
Remember 806 Alpha Mike is cleared to Owen Roberts via the Rosto 2 departure. Expect radar vectors to join the Romeo 640 airway. Correct NALRO. Goran tree arrival. On departure, climb maintain 5000. Squawk 0705.
Okay, Seminole 806 Alpha Mike is cleared to Owen Roberts via the Rosto 2. Expect vectors to join the Romeo 640. Climb and maintain 5000, and we're going to have 0705 squawking in the box.
Remember 6 Alpha Mike, expect the Goran tree arrival into Owen Roberts.
We'll expect the Goran 3 arrival into Roberts. Seminole 6 Alpha Mike.
Remember 6 Alpha Mike, read back correct, push and start discussion, call for taxi.
We'll call for taxi. Seminole 6 Alpha Mike.
Cayman 1520 radar contact lost. Can you check if your mode Charlie keeps turning off on its own or something like that?
070.
Keeps putting out by itself.
Okay, guys. Let's go ahead and taxi over here. First, let's get the weather. That was earlier. All right, perfect. So weather is 070 at 09er. We're scattered. 2,200 feet. QNH is 1014. So let's get that going right now. 294. Perfect. Alright, let's go on over here and do our run-up. Right over there. Parking brake is off. Set. Let's go. Looking good. Okay, let's roll. Parking brake set. Cow flaps on. Fuel selectors on. Mixtures are rich. Props are high. Throttle 15. Boost me up to 15, Buster. 15. Okay, let's feather the left prop. No more than a 500 drop. Good. Feather the right prop. We're good. Okay, beam me up to 2,000. Okay, let's exercise and buster. No more than a 300 drop. Let's do 3 rounds. Get the oil going nice and good in those props. We are going over a lot of water today, Buster. Not if we do all our proper run-up. Have a proper run-up. Let's go ahead and do the mags. Left engines. See what the mags are up to. Alright, slight drop. Right mag. Very slight drop. Good. Okay, right engine, left mag. Very small. Good. And another small. Again, we don't want to see any more than 175 drop on any individual mag. And then we don't want to see more than a 50 differential between the two on either side. So yeah, we're good. Carb heat? Nothing. Nothing. Do we check the governor? Let's go ahead and check the governor. See if the governor came to work today. Okay, we're about 18 and a quarter. Let's go ahead and advance the throttle. Let's see things drop back to 18 and a quarter. Yep, governor is at work. Let's go ahead and advance props. Let's drop. Let's drop this down. Let's go ahead and check our flight. Left, neutral, right, neutral, down, neutral, back, neutral, right, rudder, neutral, left, rudder, neutral. Okay, flight controls are free and correct. What is our runway heading, Buster? What is our runway heading? Because that's what I expect we will be cleared to fly. 030 or 070 073. Gotta get some more coffee going. 73. That's what I expect. Okay, and we know we 1.8. We're gonna make a turn to 030. Not sure how good the not sure how good it will work, but we'll get radar vectors direct to let's just check that out really quick. There's the Romeo 640, so Petsy is the first spot into the Romeo. So we could be cleared direct to Petsy, or he could give us radar vectors and then, you know. So that's where I think he'll go with it. So we'll see. At least we know where we gotta go. And so let's go ahead and put 07. You know what? On the 045, let's set this one to 045. So we will know that's what we have to intercept to get the Rosto, basically. Worst case scenarios. Alright. I think we're pretty good. I think we're set. Taxi instructions will probably be going alpha to the alpha hold short line. But why don't we pull up here? Did we finish the run-up checklist before we get rolling here? Flight instruments, flight controls. Yep, we got altimeter set. Ignition lock, doors and windows. Let's just make sure doors and windows. Good. Good. Let's go. Let's get up to the taxi line. Let's go right here.
Avianca 007, Kingston radar is going offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Second for Avianca 7, sorry I had music on in the background.
Avianca 007, no problem. Kingston radar is going offline. Radar service is terminated. Frequency change approved.
Hey, have a good one.
Cayman 1520, radar service is terminated. Frequency change approved. Kingston radar is going offline. Remember 806 Alpha Mike, change to advisory frequency approved. Kingston is going offline. Thank you.
Roger that, Seminole 6 Alpha Mike, good day. Sangster traffic, Seminole 806 Alpha Mike at the Sandals on the ground, taxiing to runway 07 Alpha to Charlie, midfield. Tankster. That's a mouthful. Here we go. Let's go to Charlie. Let's do midfield. Okay, we have seatbelts are fastened, fuel selectors are on. Trim, let's get the trim set. Flaps, no flaps. Mixture, set. Props high, fuel pumps are now on. I think this is Charlie right here. Sangster traffic, Seminole 6 Alpha Mike is holding short of runway 07 at Charlie. Sangster traffic. to go to wow before we make a left-hand turn. He overshot. The active runway here. Winter 070. Alright, we're taking it. Oh, is he going? Oh, he's not even coming here. Alright, my bad. Live and learn. He's going to Kingston. Sangster traffic, Seminole 6 Alpha Mike taking runway 07 for the Rosto 2 departure to the north. Sangster. Let's go. Parking brakes are off. Lights on. Let's get going. We are good. Fuel pumps are on. Ready, Buster? Okay, we'll do a little briefing. Yes, we'll do a little briefing, Buster. Okay, so we're going to rotate at 75, Buster. If anything happens prior to 75, we're going to cut the engine and we're going to brake. Once we get in the air, though, we'll probably have some runway, so we'll wait till, once we get positive rate, we'll wait a little bit and then we'll put up the landing gear. Once we get past that point, we are climbing out at 90. And then we're going to dial back at 1,000 feet. We're going to dial back to 25 inches and 25 RPM. And climb out at 105. If we do lose an engine, we're making left-hand traffic today. Coming on back. Okay, ready, Buster? Let's do it. Remember, 1.8. I wonder how it's dialed in here. Let's do it. Airspeed is live. We're at 50. We're at 60. We are at 70, 75. It is time to rotate. Very simple. Still have the runway. We can put it back down if we need to. We're going to climb out at 90. Okay, no more runway. Gear up. Flaps up, but we don't know the flaps are already. Look at that water. Whew. Gorgeous. Okay, we're flying runway heading. Let's not get distracted. Flying runway heading.
1520, can I get Rudder check, please?
Sangster traffic, Seminole 6 Alpha Mike is at 1,000 feet, clear of runway 07. Sangster.
Sangster traffic, good afternoon, good morning. King Air, November 467 Bravo Whiskey, we're inbound for the RNAV RWY 07. Sangster traffic.
Time to make our turn. 030. Let's get our turn going, and let's get our props going back down. We are 030. A little ahead of schedule. We were supposed to go to 5,000 feet. So we'll keep it going. 5,000 feet. While we're here, let's go ahead and put on our autopilot. Get our nav going. We'll probably swing us aggressively to the right. How aggressive that is. Man. Autopilot don't mess around, man. Get us on a 030 track. And Seminole 6 Alpha Mike, proceed direct to Pat Clear direct to Petsky. Seminole 6 Alpha Mike. Push. Push. Petsky. And let's go direct. Here's our turn. Still climbing. 105, so let's do our after takeoff checklist. Gear up, flaps up, cruise climb 105, throttle 25, RPM props 25. Mixtures are still rich. Engine temps, we're looking good in the green. Cow flaps, we are fine. We're going to keep them open. Climb out 105. What's that, Buster? Okay, thank you. We've got 1,000 feet up to go. There's Sangster. Beautiful. That's a little pit. Montego Bay. Montego Bay. Flying direct to Petsy on the Rosto 2 departure. Let's get our heading done. Let's shallow out. Shallow out 500. Let's get our heading bug the way we want it. Turning inbound to intercept the Romeo 640. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get our alt ready to go. Ready, so now we are sitting at full throttle at 5,000 feet. Seminole 6 Alpha Mike, clear, climb and maintain 120,000 feet. 6 Alpha Mike, climb and maintain 120,000 feet. Climb and maintain 120,000 feet. Seminole 6 Alpha Mike. There we go. Got our clearance buster. Okay. You good with that? Buster's good with that. Got our clearance. Start climbing. Full throttle still. Props are at 25. Let's keep climbing. Vertical speed in there. Let's go 1,000 foot per minute. 5,000. 7,000. And they're about 7 minutes. We'll be there before Petsy. Fuel pumps are off. That was part of our after takeoff checklist is now complete. Landing light, let's keep it on. We're still in the vicinity. Got a couple airplanes out there. Sangster traffic, Seminole 6 Alpha Mike is at 6,000 feet and climbing. We are 10 miles to the northwest, leaving airspace. Last call. Sangster. Want to do that in reverse order. 10 miles to the northwest at 6,000 feet, climbing at 6,000, climbing through 6,000 feet. That would probably be better. Yes. 10 miles to the northwest, climbing through 6,000 feet to 120,000. 120,000 feet. Why do I keep saying 120? It's like flight level 120. But 120,000. What is it? 1-2000. 1-2000. Whew. Climbing to 1-2000, Buster, not 1-20,000. Man, we're going to space. Alright. We're out of deal, so let's go ahead and turn our landing light off. Let's go ahead and get our mixtures about halfway. Pick us up a little bit of EGT here. You can see we're climbing out a tad steep. At full throttle, so let me make sure we are at 25. Just bump them just a tad up. 25. Give us just, that might be just enough to get us to 105. Along with the extra mixture. So we're at 22 inches right now at 8,000 feet. We're about 28 miles to Petsy, 13 minutes. I saw someone the other day, they were flying with their vertical speed required down here, and then they had the desired track up here. I kind of like that. The problem that I have though is I don't know how useful desired track is. Desired track and track. Just talking out loud here. I like having the estimated time to your next waypoint right in here. I definitely like that. So NALRO is the transition point. We're going to go in for the Grand 3 arrival. So why don't we go ahead and just dial that sucker in while we're climbing. Okay, there's no go ran. There's no go ran. Oh, duh. Charlie. Romeo, go ran 3. Is there any like transition?
And South Africa, November 467 Bravo Whiskey. We're currently crossing Houston at 3,000 inbound for the RNAV RWY 07.
7 Bravo Whiskey. Going from Kingston in a King Air. Kingston to Sangster. It's a nice little flight there, going to Kingston to Sangster in the King Air. It'll be a lot of fun. Alright, we gotta dial in, Buster, because we are going over some WADA, some agua. Let's dial in here. What did he say? NALRO, I thought it was. Okay. Goran. Nope. Google 3. Must be for jets. Alright, so we have a little curveball here. We thought we were going into the Google 3.
And South Africa, November 467 Bravo Whiskey. We are currently 7 nautical miles off runway 07.
Man. Okay, so let's get the Goran 3. Let's see what the Goran 3 looks like. Better pay attention though, Buster. We got, let's level. Ooh, look at that airspeed falling. Look at it falling. Let's go ahead and shallow us out. We don't need our airspeed to drop below 90 for sure. Let's drop our, let's lean us out a little bit better. One 2,000, 2,000. 2,000 feet. Go. It's such a muscle memory. Go flight level. Flight level 120. No, it's 12,000. Here we go. Well, that's interesting. I didn't even think about that. What is the transition level? There it is. Transition. Whoa, whoa, whoa. On the Roscoe, what's the transition level? 17. Okay. So, yeah. So we're still. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Out button at 2,000 feet. There we go. Alright, let's proceed to do the cruise checklist before we get too sidetracked. Okay, power is set, so we're full throttle. We're about 18.5 inches on the manifold. We're dropping back to 23 on our props. You're saying why? Right here. You guys ever see this? So 2,000 feet. We're going to be at full throttle. We want a 10.3 gallon per hour rate on both engines, and so we're setting our RPM to 2,300. And there we go. Let's go ahead and lean them out. Left mixture, we're leaning out. Let's see the peak. There's the peak and the drop. Put it right back. Okay, let's go right one. Kind of tough to see with the sun right in the EGT. There's the peak, there's the drop. Woo! Let's put it back. Perfect. Alright, we're now leaned out. Cow flaps closed. Yep, just closed. Open. Closed. Okay. Landing light is off. Check. Cruise checklist is complete. Alright guys, we are cruising at 2,000 feet. So I'm going to take a quick little coffee refill and we will be right back. And while we're doing that, Havana Center is online. What do you guys think? We'll do this. Be right back. back. Alright, what happened, sorry, Buster. Alright, let's... Oh, we don't have time for this. Let's go ahead and clear out. Okay. We just turned to frost, I saw. So let's go ahead and see where we are on our fuel. And our time, quite frankly. Okay, just for the whole review, the whole trip, 179 pounds of fuel, excuse me, just for the trip direct to Grand Cayman is 136 minutes. Throw in an extra 15 minutes, so that's another 28 pounds of fuel, and our alternate is 46 minutes away, so we need a 81 pounds of fuel for that, plus 45 minutes of reserve, 66 pounds, boom, 354 out the door, 3 hours and 23 minutes, but we fully fueled up. You got 15 miles for taxi, you got some extra fuel on board, that's our block 660. Petsy, right? Yeah, Petsy. So Petsy, we were supposed to be in at 24 minutes. Of course, we did not write down our departure time. I think our departure time was 10 after. Could be 15 after. Not quite so sure. We'll have to monitor that. Let's just assume it was 15 after, kind of backtracking off of Petsy. So Petsy was supposed to be there at 24 minutes, so that would make sense if we took off at 15 after. I got that on my checklist too. Time clock on the takeoff checklist. We did a kind of an abbreviated takeoff briefing going on the ramp to the runway, so we gotta pay more attention to those things, Buster. Okay. But we're supposed to be at 585. So where were we? Woo, 593. So we are ahead of schedule on fuel, which probably means we're probably right on time as far as our timing goes. So it's probably a 15 after departure time. Yep. So let's go with that. 15 after departure time, kind of working backwards from there. We're at 592. We were supposed to be at 585, so that puts us in at 8 pounds of fuel more. And if we want to just look back at our gallons, we should be at 49 each. Well, our analog, pathetic 1980s analog fuel gauge down here. We just know it's above 40. Pretty pathetic and shameful. But we've used it for decades. So, yeah, so we're doing good. Wow, so winds are supposed to be coming out of 116 at 011. So we have a plus component on the tailwind. So it's looking at 147 for us for the tailwind. Woo, look at that. We're zooming along at 170 on the ground speed. Let me confirm that. Let me confirm that with Vatsim. We're indicating 129. 129, but we're flying along. Gee whiz, almost 42 knots faster on the ground speed. So the winds aloft must be a little higher than flight planning took into consideration. How can I get us there? There we go. Okay, hopefully you guys see this. This is SimAware. 170. Let me zoom in. 170. So there we are at there's November 806 Alpha Mike. It looks like we're 737. Certainly does. I don't know why Vatsim doesn't pick it up, or SimAware doesn't pick it up as a general aviation aircraft. But it seems to always want to think we're a 737. So if they want to think that, that's fine. We'll probably get people just looking at it and thinking, oh, well, this guy's way faster. And then they look at our speed. Ground speed just a whopping 171 across the ground. Alright, so we got to do kind of a little ETOPS thing then going. you know, do we go or do we stay? Do we go or do we turn? Do we go forward or do we turn back? Do we go forward or do we turn back? Right, so we got a little ETOPS analysis here. Usually we should have done that before we get across the water. Right now I'm going back, hands down, I'm going back. We're 55 miles away from the runway at Sangster. We lose one engine, we're going back. Let's do the ETOPS analysis before we do the arrival. Okay? Is that okay, Buster? Okay. Good. Good. How are we going to do the ETOPS analysis? So let's go ahead and just go here. We're going to roll the big knob. Let's go to nearest airport. Nearest airport. Wow, now that's interesting. So there's an airport 40 miles away. You can see we're getting faster and faster away from it. Yeah, and that's behind us, right? Yeah, so 132, bearing 132 is directly behind us. Let's see if we can pick it up on the map. Oops. Gotta go to nav. So big knob. We're gonna go to nav. Where's my... No, this one. This one should be good. We should be able to pick it up on here. There's 100. But we know it's 50 this way. Let's zoom in closer. There it is. Well, it should be right here. It should be on here, but it's not showing. So it's 50 miles to the arc, wherever we go, right? So we set it to 100. So it's 100 from top to bottom. It's 50 miles, nautical miles radius, right? Perfect. So that's a little strip of land that runway must be on. It's not showing right now, but we would have to trust our Garmin 530. I mean, even if it's out of date, I mean, it was there at some point. Even if it's grassed over, we'd be able to land there. So anyway, 130. While we're doing that, let's see if we can pick up a VOR. Dial in the VOR to Grand Cayman and see if we can get an exact picture of how far we are. Now I understand. He's like, dum-dum, you're not going to be flying into runway. The active runway did not match up. So our okay, so we filed an arrival that was going to put us in on the non-active runway. Sweet. So we probably had not updated the flight planning. Just one thing we did not check out on the flight planning. So that's why he was jumping all over us. Oh, he didn't jump over us. He was very kind. You know, he just corrected us. We did not read it back in the clearance. We did not read it back. Should have. Should have. And he actually said, oh, wait a minute. He did not read back the arrival. Because he did not want us flying the Google 3 arrival. Good for him. Good for him. Correct us. For sure. And just lesson learned. I mean, we got to double check these things. I mean, even though we just got to go to charts and just take a look at it. So the Google 3 will not work. But let's not get sidetracked. 115.6. $135 miles away. Woo. Okay. Okay. So, from an ETOPS perspective, right? So what are our points here? So our next one coming up is Otenko. And I think the other runway, there's the other runway. There's where we could shoot for. But we also know we've got Sangster. got the VOR sitting there on Sangster. The VOR on Sangster, yeah. Anyway, the Grand Cayman we know is 133 away. But we got quite a bit of a tailwind. We're coming up on frost. Let's just make sure. Yeah, we're past frost. Okay, let's do a quick fuel check. 575. What were we supposed to be for frosty? Frosty was 568, so we are 7 pounds to the good, right? 7 pounds? Yeah, 7 pounds to the good. So almost a gallon better right now. And we were supposed to be at Frosty at 34 after. There we go. So we're about 35 after. So we're, because right, we took off at 15 after, so that's 35 minutes. So yeah, we should start since we're such a differential. Flight planning has a ground speed of 148 going up to 151. So we should really start putting it in there. Okay, so look. Alright, we have it right here in the flight plan, 128 miles. I want to put into the DME, I want to go back, and I actually want to put the Sangster in here. Okay, Sangster's in here, so you can see we're 74 miles away from Sangster. We're 127 miles away from Grand Cayman. So by the time we're 100 here, we'll be 100 here. So that means it's about 100, 100, right? Sure. But because we have a tailwind, a pretty significant tailwind going to Grand Cayman, I would probably say once we get to about 110, this will be about 90. Had to sneeze there. I'd say 110 to 90 is probably 20 miles. Is probably going to be a good halfway point because of our ground speed. So I don't mind going a little further, 110 miles versus 90 miles back to Sangster, because I've got a tailwind going to Grand Cayman. So that's our midway point. We called it. It's 110 nautical miles away. So we only have about 12 nautical miles to go to our ETOPS point. All right, and guys, please, I'm just doing air quotes around ETOPS. Okay, this is just Buster and I. We got 2 engines, and this is what we're thinking of. If we lose an engine, where do we go? Of course, the other thing too is, let's see if our nearest starts showing up. Nothing's showing up on nearest. I wonder if we can calibrate this. I was thinking maybe we can calibrate the distance, but I guess not. I'm curious what the distances are and if we can sort them. Well, if anybody knows how we could expand the distances for the nearest on the GNS 530, please leave a comment. That would be much appreciated. Right, Buster? Yeah, that would be fantastic. Because I'd love to be able to expand this to 100 nautical miles, because we know that they're out there. Sangster's 82. Maybe there's a way. We just don't know. Okay, big knob. Alright, clear out. Big knob, right? Should go big knob. Why is it not going? Here's the intersection. There's MDB. Well, we got the VORs. We got the dueling VORs. So we're almost there to 110. Once we get to 110, there's no turning back. Good. We're off the Grand Cayman. Okay, where are we on the flight plan? Well, first of all, now that we have that, here we are on the flight plan. So we passed Frosty. We're going to Otico. 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 Something here in the Wizard of Oz. Okay, 6.2 nautical miles. Okay. How our engine temps look? Everything's looking good. On the right, we have strobes. Everything's looking good. PWE is good. We are good. Fuel pumps are off. Mixture is still looking fine. Props are set at 23 where we want them. Manifold has creeped up a little bit to 19, which is interesting. It tells me that the pressure might be changing a little bit. I don't know. What is our pressure? Do we have a pressure? Do we have a pressure? Grand Cayman. Rain showers. Ooh. Shower activity. Scattered 16,000. Winds are 060 at 11 knots. No, we are at the same, well, a little higher there. Let's go ahead and dial this in to 9.907. So let's go ahead and just jump on it and put Grand Cayman in there right now. There we go. Let's see if this changes at all. That changes. We are now at 0.907. Yep, see, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Jumped in on us. So that's, yeah, a good way for us to keep abreast of our actual, actual inches of mercury. Right? HG, is that mercury? Alright, there we were. Oh, okay. Otico. 558. 558. What were we supposed to be at Otico? $548. So we are 10 pounds to the good. We're supposed to be 45 minutes into our flight. We are 44 minutes into our flight. So we are a minute ahead, 10 pounds ahead. We're all the way around ahead of schedule. And there we go. There's Otico. So we've already made the decision that we are going, at this point, we are going to Grand Cayman if we lose an engine. So that being said, now is a very good time to plan out our different arrival. So let's go ahead and ditch the Google 3 for the Grand 3. And let's see what, let's take a look at the Grand 3. Expand it. Okay, so the Grand 3 also is going into NALRO. Do we really Okay, so from NALRO, now we're out to Goran. So Goran is the intermediate fix right here. So what do we do? Okay, so we're gonna come in on the 107 radial to the Grand Cayman VOR. So there's the 107 radial from NALRO into the Goran. So then we're going to go over the top, and then we're going to fly an outbound leg. Then we're going to do a 288 outbound, then left turn via the 15 mile arc, then turn left. Via the 260 inbound. Looks kind of funky to me. Okay, what was that sound? Engines are all synced up. We're parallel on everything. Okay. Looks good. NALRO should be a point. If not, GCM will have to be our initial approach fix. And then we'll just fly. We can always fly here to Emona. But why do that? This is a much more direct route. If we lose an engine or whatever, I want to be going towards it. I don't want to be going down here just to intercept. We'll fly over the top and then we'll turn. Alright, so we're going to set the Goran. Do they have a Goran transition? Let's go ahead and add the Goran transition to it. Arrival. Goran 3. Transition. There's a lot more waypoints that aren't showing up here. And it's not going down for us. Mattis. I wonder alphabetically. Mattis and NALRO. I wonder if NALRO is just right after it. So let's try it. Let's go. There's one blinking down there. Okay, let's go ahead and hit enter. NALRO. Wow, too bad. I mean, I wonder what if we were having to go to Nubis or Texan or Elisa. So there it is, we're going over the top. And then we're going out to 288. Mike, let's pull in the, yeah, we gotta pull in the chart. Let's pull in the chart. RNAV 08, transition point, NALRO. Sister. Okay, so from NALRO, we're not going over the top. We're going to VODAK. VODAK. Okay. Transition altitude. What's that? 1,000. Okay, we're always lower than that, so we're gonna be. We are gonna have our altimeter set at local, which is fine. Airport elevations at 8 feet. Final approach course 079er. 8 NALRO to VODAK. Well, that I feel more comfortable doing. Here's Quadrant. Arrival, it's very interesting. Coming up to NALRO. When are we going up to NALRO? 12 miles. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to activate the approach. And we're going to go from NALRO. I mean, we have no ATC any longer. We were last cleared to go to the Quadrant 3. If we do that, it gets us kind of wonky. Middle, outer, okay, I'm with you. And then what? Quadrant. It's like, gotta be a turn here. Gotta be a turn. But that was not a fixed. We'd probably be cleared for the VOR, not the RNAV. Because the VOR is not a point. I would request the RNAV 07 transition point NALRO, and then from there go direct to VODAK as my initial approach fix. So that's what we're going to do. It's going to assume that I got that clearance from ATC, and that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and activate the approach, which is sounds kind of funky because we're doing it so early. But this will take us direct to NALRO. So we have now activated the approach. Going direct to NALRO. See what there it is. NALRO to VODAK, Mobic, Sasser. So we're good. We're going direct. Let's see how it looks on the map. Let's go to the big map. There it got that in play. We've activated the approach. All is good. We've got it into flight plan. Alright, so we're 129 miles away from Sangster. We no longer need to have Sangster dialed in. And we learned with 015.6 was there. It's Grand Cayman. So there we go. We're 71 miles out. Let's get her back up. Let's get her back up in there. NALRO in 3.2, and then we'll be going direct to VODAK. Good. We have an A320 on the ground, American Airlines, at our destination. Okay, NALRO in 0.3. So NALRO, we should be at 5:20. Hour and 2 out. We're actually so we're about 3.5 minutes ahead of schedule. 3.5 minutes ahead of schedule. We're supposed to be at 520 pounds. And we're at 527. So we're still holding 7 pounds positive. Alright, so what can we glean from our approach? So we need to be at no procedure turn going in at 1500 from VODAK. So the Mavics needs to be at 1500. Sasser 1500. Yeah. 600. I don't mind being at 1500 at VODAK, but I'd probably be more comfortable being at 2000 at VODAK. And then we'll go down to 1500 to Movics. Interesting, our missed approach point will be at runway threshold. And at 600 feet, 610. So 610. Right about here, 610, we'll level off, so our minimum decision altitude will be 610. We are marginal VFR right now, so that's what we're going to end up doing. 610. We're going to have a 500 foot per minute descent at 3%, or 3 degree, excuse me. And then we level off at 610. We go missed at the threshold. At the threshold. If we had to go missed, what do? It looks like we're climbing and then making a right-hand turn. So we're climbing straight ahead to 1500 feet, turn right, go back to Mavics, and hold. Perfect. 1500 feet, turn right. Pretty standard. Pretty standard. Right turn, 1500 feet. Climb to 1500 feet. Straight ahead, 1500 feet, then turn right. Straight ahead, 1500 feet, then turn right. All the way back to Mavics. Minimum descent altitude is 610. We are now briefed on our approach and missed approach. Good, Buster? Any questions? No questions. Okay. Final approach fix is 079er. We want to be at VODAK at 2000. So we got to drop 10,000 feet. So 10,000 feet. Times 5. 10 times 5, 50 miles out. 50 miles out. We're at 65 on VODAK. So 15 more miles, we begin our descent. Good time to do our descent. It's getting a little cloudy out there. We can see the cloud base. Let's pick up weather one more time. METAR. 15 minutes ago. So we've got some rain. We're broken now at 1-4. Yep. So we're probably going to be in the clouds until we get to Sasser. Which will be a lot of fun. Sasser will be 4.5 miles out. We'll break out on our way down to 610 in between Sasser and down. We will have our landing gear down probably around 6 miles. 6-7 miles, 6.5 miles. In front of Sasser, we'll do gear down for landing checklist. Little limited visibility, not still good though. It's 8,000 meters. Yeah, got a lot of visibility. How many more minutes do we have left to go? Threshold. We're 75 miles from the runway threshold, so yep, about 35 miles, 35 minutes, excuse me. Yeah, 35 minutes. 35 minutes. Let's go ahead and set our VNAV just so we can have it. So remember, we want to be at 2,000 feet out NALRO. VODAK. And we want to be at a 500 foot. Looks like we're already there. Send to target. Approaching VNAV RWY. So it's helpful to have, there it is right there. So what do we say, 55 miles, okay. So let's go ahead and begin our descent. Let's power back. Power back to 17-ish. And let's look at our descent checklist. So the altimeter is set. We had just confirmed that. Let's make sure it's double check. We'll check along the way. 19 minutes ago, 0.907. Let's just make sure we have 0.907. 0.907, it's in. Okay, good. So altimeter is set. Fuel selectors are on. Cloud flaps are closed. Power is on. Carb heat on. Landing light on. We're not going to do the landing light quite yet. Alright, it's done. Push and start. Some odd miles from VODAK. 10 miles here. Yeah. Where are we going after? Where are we going after, Buster? Alright, on tap is MUCL. Vilo Acuña. Vilo Acuña. Cayo Largo del Sur. It's an island due north of Grand Cayman, going towards Cuba. good. We've already briefed our approach. We're good on fuel. We know we're ahead of schedule. We got 495 pounds. We got plenty. So we're good there. I think we're going to land at about 50 after. What are we going to do after we land? Go get some barbecue, Buster. Y'all know Buster loves his barbecue. Alright, so we're going to land here at 08. Ooh, there is a general aviation apron. We would love to get off here at either Charlie or Delta. So we'll definitely want to exit left. We'll have a big displaced threshold, so let's try to land it as close as we can to the threshold. And let's try to get off at Charlie or Delta. Charlie or Delta. Got it. Got it, Buster. I'm with you, man. We're at 6,000 feet. We got 4,000 to go. 4 times 5 is 20. Here we go. We're 21 miles away from VODAK. Our manifold keeps creeping up, as you would imagine. We're losing altitude. Just keep it at 17 on the way down. Don't get too fast. We got some rain down there. We got some rain. Hey, Buster, we may have an IMC deal. Let's check out our alternate. Well, that's marginal too. Of course it is. Yeah. Yeah. How are they doing? They're broken at 18. Better visibility. Oh, they got an RNAV into runway 09er. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Where is that? Or by the way. Back and hold, and then we could set up the approach for the RNAV 09er, but gosh, it's not that it's not far away. Alright. About ready to get into the soup. Good stuff. Good stuff. We're showing up on the approach plate. Let's get our mixture hopping up here. Stay at 17 on the descent. American Airlines A320 is taking off. Didn't give us any notification, but we did type into traffic that we were 25 miles to the southeast inbound for the RNAV runway 08, ETA 20 minutes, so I gave him quite a bit of a heads up that we were going to be 20 minutes, so he didn't even blink an eye. Alright, here we go. Never gave us any update, so good flight. Where's he going? He's going to Miami. KMIA. At 400 feet. Just rotated. Here we go. Oh yeah, it is IMC, baby. Broken. This is what broken looks like. Broken. Broken. 1400. Broken at 1400, baby. This is good stuff. See if there's any update. 35 minutes ago, so we're still range hours broken at 1400. Got a little limitation on visibility, not much. 8,000 meters, still a boatload of visibility. 0.97, yep, 0.97, we're good. Tide this. Coming up on 3,000 feet. Remember, missed approach, climb straight ahead to 1,500, and then make a right-hand turn, and we'll go direct back to Mobix. We'll hit that sus button. Get us back into nav mode, and away we go back to Mobix. We'll do our gear down before landing checklist. We're going to do that right before our final approach. Sasser, I think it was. Sasser, final approach. Sassy, very sassy. I know, we don't like a sassy final approach fix, particularly one we can't see in. I can see the water down there though, Buster, but anyway, here we go. Let's go ahead and get us now full props. Let's dial back to 17 still. Approaching target altitude. Thank you. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, we're kind of in the swoop. We just broke out. Okay. We'll level at 2,000. Once we get to VODAK, we'll continue our way down to 1,500. Button, 2,000 feet, put in a little bit more power, keep our speed up. Coming up on our initial approach fix, VODAK. We should be making a right-hand turn on VODAK. Let's go ahead and get, we're 079er. Alright, we're on our way to Mobix. Let's go ahead and get down to 1,500 feet. So decrease the power back to 17 again. Owen Roberts traffic, Seminole 806 Alpha Mike is 10 miles to the southwest inbound on the RNAV 08. Owen Roberts. We should still be in the soup once we level out. Okay, we've leveled out. We get the trim out. Let's make sure we level. Okay, yep, we're leveled out. We're on our way into Mobix. We've got 2 miles to go. We'll be making a right-hand turn to 079er. Let's get on our fuel pumps. Before landing checklist, seatbelts fastened, fuel selectors on. Mixtures are rich. Fuel pumps are on. Landing light is on. All right, so next, before landing checklist is complete, the next checklist will be geared down before landing checklist. We did the pre before that. The pre. Okay, here we are. We're turning in on Mobix. We're going to Sasser. Sasser is 1,500 feet. We begin our descent at Sasser. When we're 6 miles from the threshold, we no longer need to see this. We do not. Oh, we do have a plus. All right, let's go ahead and arm ourselves. So we have plus vertical guidance. So we just armed the glide path, which is beautiful. We are 1 dot, not quite 1 dot below. We are now 8.5 from the threshold. We have armed our approach. We will do the gear down before landing checklist once we get to 1 dot below. Now that we have vertical guidance, remember though, that does not change us into a decision altitude. We still have our minimum descent altitude of 610. We just have some vertical guidance, which is pretty cool. Alright, we're 1 dot below, so we are now going to go ahead and get our landing gear before landing checklist. Keep our fingers on until we get 3 green. We have 3 green. Fuel selectors are on. Flaps, not yet. Mixtures forward. Props forward. Fuel pumps on. Gear down before landing checklist is complete. We are 6.5 miles from the threshold. Sasser, we're 2 miles. We should pick it up at Sasser. But if we don't, we're good to go. We're ready to go at 500 foot per minute. Alright, we're going to do 10 degrees of flaps. We'll pull the power back. 14, we'll start picking up some speed once we start our descent. I'll leave our power where it's at. We're at 100 on the airspeed. Fuel pump is good. 0.9 miles away from our final approach fix. We're just a quarter of a dot below. We should see the glide path kick in any moment. Zoom in a little bit. I hear rain. So we're getting pelted by rain. Remember, 610 will be our minimum descent altitude. So if we don't have the runway by then, we will hit the out button. And then our missed approach point will be at the threshold. Okay. Glide path is stuck. We are now on the glide path. Let's go ahead and pull ourselves back and let's get fully configured. So let's go ahead and put 25 degrees of flaps down. We are now descending on glide path confirmed. We are 4.2 miles away from runway threshold. Let's go ahead and drop the power back a little bit more. We will have at 610 will be our minimum descent altitude. We're going to be at around 90. That's good. Keep it at 15. We'll keep it at 15 inches. Good. Full props, full mixture. Fuel pumps are on. We're at 1,000 feet. So we are roughly 400 feet above. Going at 96 indicated. We're on glide path. Okay, we are 200 above our minimum descent altitude. We are 100 above. We're approaching the minimum descent altitude. Let's take a look. I don't have the runway. I'm ready with the alt button. Oh, there it is. I got it. Just picked it up. Woo! Man, picked it up at right at our. We are continuing our descent. We are at minimum descent altitude. We are continuing our descent. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and my aircraft. Let's continue the 500 a minute. Looking good. Let's keep going down. Pull out some power. We're a little high. Alright. Owen Roberts traffic, 706 Alpha Mike, short final for runway 08. Owen Roberts. Alright, here we go. We have the runway. I see where we want to go. Charlie or Delta. Get down there a little quicker. No more power. Power is cut. Good. Flaps up, put a little pressure on. And we'll take the second one. We'll take Delta. Owen Roberts traffic, Seminole 6 Alpha Mike is vacated runway 08 at Delta, taxiing to general aviation ramp. Owen Robert. Okay, here we go. We're up. Let's go ahead and taxi. We'll taxi over here. That's good. Let's clean up our lights. Let's just do a little quick clean. Throw open our cowl flaps. We're good. Flaps are up. Let's go. Let's give a little power. That was good. Boy, I didn't have the runway until our minimum descent altitude. That was fun. I was getting ready to hit that alt button, Buster. We were getting ready to do our missed approach. Go back around. Just more like haze. Electrical switch off, props high. Yep. Mixture. Let's go ahead and cut the mixture. Both mags. Let's get our mags off. Right mags off. Let's get our lights now off. Perfect. And battery switch is off. Alternators are now off. Control locks set. Parking brake. Good. Tie down, secure, fuel selectors are off. Let's make sure we got the fuel selectors are off. Boom. Pop the door with Buster. There we go. Yeah, here we are. Grand Cayman. Grand Cayman. Kind of hazy. Visibility wasn't that great. We picked up the runway just before the minimum descent altitude. So, anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. That was a blast. Coming from Sangster all the way to Grand Cayman here at Owen Roberts, RNAV 08. That was a blast. Thanks for joining us. If you like this video, like the content, like what Buster and I are doing, mainly what Buster's doing, go ahead and click that like button. Even if it's just for Buster. I mean, once we get to 50, Buster wants 50 subscribers. That's it. How we came up with that, I have no idea. But just once we get 50, Buster gets his own livery. We'll put his Fly Dog logo back here. We'll get this plane done up right. And we got a guy for that. Guy out of Southampton, UK. Does a really good job with liveries. Done a number of them for us before. So we'll get him to do that. And we'll do a live stream. And we'll do a reveal. It'll be a lot of fun. But anyway, we are then from here, Grand Cayman, we're going to Cuba. We're going to go to Cuba. We'll have 2 flights going, 2 destinations in Cuba before we go to back to the Bahamas. So anyway, thanks again, guys. Again, let's see. Oh, look at that windsock. That sock is kicking. Yeah, but that was what 1400 broken looks like. 1400 broken, with a little bit of haze. Picked up the runway late. All good. But we were ready to go on our missed approach if we had to. We were ready to hit the alt button. Missed approach was over the threshold. We were good to go. So anyway, guys, till next time, clear skies, warm tailwinds.